Hello everyone, today is Wednesday, the 11th of January. And you know what it means when it's Wednesday? It means it's time for Comics Again. Thanks for tuning in to Comics Again, the weekly show where I go over the new number ones and things coming out each week that you might be interested in checking out, reading, adding to your subscription list. So let's take a look at what DC Comics has coming your way this week. First off, the Dark Crisis is over. Guess what? There's a new thing coming your way. It's the Lazarus Planet. After the events of the last storyline in Batman vs. Robin, a Lazarus Pit volcano has gone off and has spread a giant cloud of Lazarus juices all across the globe. Things are gonna get changed and get kind of weird. Find out what's going on here in the Lazarus Planet and jump in on the rest of this series. It's gonna be a bunch of one-shots telling stories involving this giant cloud of Lazarus juice. So it sounds like it's gonna get kind of weird and a little dangerous. That's all for Lazarus Planet this week. The Batman animated series continues with a Batman The Adventures Continue Season 3. Find out what's going on in that cartoon world of Gotham City as these stories continue. It's the Batman The Adventures Continue Series 3, Issue number 1. In the realm of facsimile reprints, you know those kind where they do the whole thing back down to the ads and letters and all that jams in the back? Well, there's a Flash issue 123. It's a very important Flash issue. It's the first time that Flash goes between worlds. It's like the beginning of the multiverse right here. So get this issue, don't spend the big bucks, get a facsimile. The Flash, issue 123, with this super iconic Flash cover. And a book that I really loved last year sometime, I don't even remember when it came out, there's been all sorts of delays for it. It's a Black Label book, and it's by Jeff Lemire and Doug Mahnke. It's the Swamp Thing Green Hell. Well, issue 1 gets a second printing this week because this series is back. Issue 2 is due out in February, so if you did not get a chance to read this one, I recommend grabbing this now. It's got some awesome horror, violence, and body horror, because it's the Swamp Thing stuff. But then, there's a cool twist at the end that I really dug, and I've been waiting so long for issue 2, so just one more month and we'll get it. So Swamp Thing Green Hell issue 1 is back in second printing. All right, let's just get to issue 2. Ugh. All right, over there at Marvel Comics, we got a couple issues that tie into the dark web for you. First off, I got Dark Web Mary Jane and the Black Cat issue 2, and then I have Amazing Spider-Man issue 17. These are your dark web tie-ins. Also this week, going along with that Amazing Spider-Man 17, is the first installment in a whole line of variant covers coming your way from Marvel and Disney this year to celebrate 100 years of Disney. The Amazing Spider-Man issue 17 has an Avengers tribute cover featuring all those Disney characters that you love. If you're a Disney collector, an Avengers collector, or a Spider-Man collector, this might be something to consider adding to your collection this year. There's going to be more of these. They're going to be coming out monthly. Up in the A section of the wall this week is an Avengers War Across Time. This one takes place way back after the events of Avengers issue 11. So if you want to read a classic comic featuring Kang messing with time, check out this Avengers War Across Time issue number 1, written by Paul Levitz, drawn by Alan Davis. This is some classic Marvel action that you might not want to miss. Grab a copy now if classic Avengers is your thing. And while we're talking classic Avengers stuff, let's not forget that Marvel also does facsimile reprints. This time they're doing a new reprint of the Incredible Hulk issue number 1 facsimile. So if you missed it the first time around, grab it now, because I don't know if they're gonna print it again, or maybe they will, who knows. Just, you don't have to spend the big money once again to get the first appearance of the Incredible Hulk. He's great. And then let's jump on over to Image Comics and see what's coming your way from those guys this week. First off is a new Kelly Thopson book from them called Black Cloak. Some sci-fi fantasy murder mystery in the vein of like Saga and maybe Blade Runner, I think the solicitation said, but it's got some beautiful art and it's a triple-sized first issue. So can't really go wrong if you're looking for some new content to check out. 12 years ago, Mark Millar brought us Nemesis. It was the What If Batman Was the Joker? And it was a pretty messed up comic book if I do remember reading it, because I do. And it ended on a pretty dark note. And well, guess what? He's back with more Nemesis. This time he's teaming up with Jorge Jimenez, and they're doing Nemesis Reloaded. So Nemesis is back, and he's got quite the proposition for everyone. So check this thing out if you want to read some very violent, evil Batman comics. Nemesis Reloaded issue number 1 is here. Grab it now. And if you thought there weren't enough Spawn books on the shelf, you were wrong, because there's a new 2-issue series coming your way. Spawn Unwanted Violence is here. It's a 2-parter, as I said, featuring art by the great Mike Del Mundo, story by Todd McFarlane, your classic Spawn writer, but Mike Del Mundo's drawing some Spawn action, so that might be worth checking out. Let's take a second to check out some graphic novels and things like that coming your way this week. Did you ever think these oversized treasury editions were just a little too big for your shelf? Like you need to get like a whole new bookcase to hold these things? You know, they're awesome and everything, but like, they're just too big. Well, this week, they're seeing print in regular graphic novel format. Small, regular sized trade paperbacks. So they'll fit nicely on your shelf and you won't have to buy a new bookcase. Read the Deadpool, Black, White, and Blood, and the Amazing Fantasy series, both coming your way now in regular trade paperback size, both $17.99 and both the entire series. They're regular size now. If manga's more your thing, you might want to check out this Ghost in the Shell reprint hardcover. It collects volume 1, 1.5, and 2 of the classic cyberpunk manga in one giant book for $54. You can't go wrong with this thing, especially if you've never read it before. This is the perfect way to do it because it's all right here. So grab this now. It's the complete collection of the Ghost in the Shell series coming your way. Perfect. Look at it. Boom. And if you've been meaning to catch up on your classic Marvel stories, you might want to look at this Marvel Omnibus for the House of M. It's the entire event, all of House of M. There's more issues on the back of this than I want to read out loud right now, but it's the entire main book plus all the tie-ins coming away for $125. This thing is quite the tome. It's a beefy boy and would look great next to your other Omnis. Check it out. It's the House of M Omnibus. Thanks for stopping by to another episode of Comics Again. We will be back here again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, Wednesday. It's just Wednesday. That's when it happens. So check back next week. If you can't shop with us in store, please feel free to shop with us online at bravenewworldscomics.com. We do in-store pickup and shipping for all your comic-related needs. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, do whatever you do with videos. And yeah, I'll see you back here next week.